Let's begin our discussion with genetic disorders. Have you heard of genetic disorders previously? How many types of genetic disorders you probably heard? Genetic disorder means it's a deformity in the genetic material of an organism. What are the possibilities of having such disorders? What are the possibilities of having such disorders? The possibility number structural change in the chromosome. What is the structural change? We are going to identify it when we discuss some disorders or syndromes. Okay. Probably what it is, structural change means all the 46 chromosomes are there, but one or two chromosomes have lost their fragment. Is it not? A small piece from a 23rd chromosome has been lost. Will it lead to disorder? Will it? Yes, it will. We have in a 46 chromosome number, but still there is a structural change in the chromosome that is called as structural abnormality of the chromosome. Are you getting? There are two types of abnormalities: structural abnormalities and numerical abnormalities. Numerical means change in number, structural means change in the structure of a chromosome, which is leading to the disorder. Okay, there are two types of disorders: structural and numerical. Did you get it? So we'll see how structural changes will occur in coming slide. But before that, we have to discuss something about karyotype. What is karyotype? It's a picture of chromosomes lined up to look at and compare. So when you draw the chromosomes on your paper with the help of pencil or pen, that is nothing but a karyotype of an organism. It is the representation of chromosomal size, chromosomal number, and its structure. This picture is called as karyotype. Okay, clear? So then we'll discuss something about chromosomal disorders, structural abnormalities of chromosomes. Like here, the first case is if some part of one or two chromosomes are deleted. A small fragment, we have chromosome means we have centromere and we have two arms. Is it not? If one arm or one small fragment from one arm is deleted, it is going to lead to the disorder like conditions. When cells go through meiosis, portions of the chromosomes are lost. Many times there is a possibility of losing the chromosomal arm during meiosis. So once this chromosomal arm is lost and that chromosome, deformed chromosome, is transmitted to the progeny F1 generation, obviously in F1 generation we are going to get a genetic disorder. Yes. Then one more is chromosomal inversion. Inversion means a small piece of chromosomal arm will be broken and it will get reverted and it will rejoin at the same place. It will turn around 180 degree, and then, for example, there are two genes A and B. At the place of A, the chromosome has been broken and it will get inverted back, and now B will join the centromere and A will be apart from centromere. So such processes are normally occurring inside the cell, and these are called inversions of chromosomes. If such things are going to happen in cell, that is also going to lead to the chromosomal disorders. Okay. Then the third possibility of structural abnormality is chromosomal translocation. Translocation means there are two chromosomes, first chromosome and second chromosome. A small piece from first chromosome will get detached and it will go and join with the second chromosome. Such process is called as translocation. When such things are happening, they may lead to chromosomal disorders and they are called chromosomal translocations. Then the fourth one is chromosomal non-disjunction. This comes in numerical abnormalities. What happens in meiosis? What happens in meiosis? Meiosis is also called as one more name of meiosis. One more name given to meiosis? Reductional cell division, is it not? Reductional cell division. Yes or no? So reductional means what? The chromosome number is going to be reduced. If the cell fails to reduce the chromosomal number, what will happen? The such processes are called non-disjunction. Non-disjunction. If chromosomes are not separated, like we have in diploid organisms, we have a pair of chromosomes. That means two chromosomes are there, and you need to separate father's chromosome and mother's chromosome during meiosis. If you don't do this and both these two chromosomes are going and forming a gamete, such process is called as non-disjunction. It may lead to addition of one chromosome in F1 generation or deletion of one chromosome in F1 generation. Yes. Is it not a deformity? It's a deformity. Yes or no? You people don't speak only. I have to speak and I have to listen to myself. Yes or no? Audible or not? Then why don't you speak? Single chromosomal disorders? We'll discuss what is deletion, what is duplication, and what is inversion. Chromosomal disorders may form by these processes like deletion. For example, this small portion during the cell division, meiotic cell division or mitotic cell division, if small portion is reduced, deleted, somehow it is deleted, then the chromosomal size is going to be reduced. If such chromosome is passed on to the next generation, it will lead to the deformity or genetic disorder. Second is duplication. Instead of deleting, sometimes during meiosis what will happen? DNA replication is occurring. So sometimes this portion of DNA may be replicated twice and it will lead to the formation of duplication of such area. Duplication of such area, instead of having one region, we have two regions here, duplicated regions. If you have two copies of the same region, it may lead to deformity, chromosomal disorder. Inversion is you need to have a break in the chromosome. So break has occurred, then that break, can you see here, the break has occurred here and the break has occurred here, and this area will go and join here and this area will go and join here. So there is an inversion in 180 degree. So it will lead into the complete change of genetic structure of that chromosome. Hence, it may lead to genetic disorders. If you have inversions, it may lead to genetic disorders. Clear? Then when two chromosomes are involved, there are two possibilities of getting the disorders. One is insertion and one is translocation. Insertion means the small fragment from this blue colored chromosome will get separated, or it will be broken, and it will go and join. It will go and join with the green colored chromosome, changing the structure of. So by doing this, what you are doing? What is the ultimate result here? If small fragment from blue chromosome will go and join with the green chromosome, what ultimately you are getting here at the end? What is the result? What is the result? What is the result? Can you depict the result? Can you depict the result? There is a change in length of this chromosome. There is a change in length of this chromosome. Both the chromosome length have been changed. One has been reduced and one has been increased. Is it not? Is it not the change in structure of both the chromosomes? Yes, it is. Then sometimes what will happen? Translocation like things will happen in which one end of a chromosome will get broken and it will go and join with the other end. Here also the structure of both chromosomes will be affected. Will be affected. Is it not? Is it not? Structure of both the chromosomes will be affected because there is an exchange of a small fragment between blue colored and green colored region. Small portion of blue colored region will be given here and green colored region will come and join here, hence changing the structure of both the chromosomes. Here length will not change. Here due to the exchange like crossing over, due to the exchange of genetic material between these two chromosomes, the structure of both these chromosomes are going to change and such process is called as translocation. Okay, so we'll go and discuss some disorders. Down's syndrome is probably the most widely heard type of syndrome which you are learning from high school, PUC, BSc, etc. etc. What happens in Down syndrome? Is it a numerical abnormality or structural abnormality? Can you guess whether it is numerical or structural? Then I can understand what is the level of understanding you have in my lecture. Is it structural or numerical abnormality? Structural numerical. Masum. Numerical it is. Dhanashri. Dhanashri. Soumya. Why numerical? Because there is a change in the number of chromosomes. Can you see here? 21st chromosome. Normally, we should have two chromosomes in a pair. One is coming from father and one is coming from mother. But instead of two, we have three chromosomes in the 21st set. 21st set contains one extra additional chromosome. That is due to non-disjunction of chromosomes during the gamete formation in parents. You need to separate this 21st chromosome during the gamete formation, but due to non-separation of these two chromosomes during gamete formation, both the chromosomes of 21st set came here from father and one set is coming from mother. So they make three chromosomes in a set and such condition will lead to the formation of Down syndrome and such cases will appear 1 in 1250 births. This is the most common chromosomal disorders occurring in human population. That's why during gestation period, most of the doctors will suggest to go for scanning of blood. Cytological screening of blood will be done or blood cells will be done or the cells present in embryo will be done to check whether everything related to chromosome is okay or not. Then it is decided to carry forward that gestation or not, or to terminate that pregnancy. So it is usually a trisomy in 21st chromosome which is going to lead into the Down's syndrome like conditions. It is due to non-disjunction of 21st pair of chromosomes during gamete formation. Everything will be, every other chromosome will be normal, but due to addition of one extra chromosome in 21st, we are getting this disorder called as Down syndrome. So what are the signs and symptoms of this Down syndrome? These are some symptoms by which you can identify the person is having a Down syndrome. So the person will be having, it may be male or it may be female, having short, broad hands. The hands will be short and broad, palm will be broad, stubby fingers, then rough skin, impotency in males, and they will be usually mentally retarded, then will have small round face, protruding tongue, and they will have usually short lifespan. What do you think? What is the reason for this short lifespan? What is the reason for short lifespan when we have Down syndrome like conditions? What is the reason? Can you guess what is the reason? What is the reason? Can you guess what is the reason? As there is one more extra chromosome in the 21st pair, it will get expressed, it will go transcription, translation, and the proteins produced by this extra gene present on the 21st chromosome, they may harm you. Simple thing, right? Then, one more syndrome is Turner's syndrome. This will occur, such cases will appear 1 in 5,000 births. This is also a very common syndrome. So instead of having 46 chromosomes, we'll have only 45 chromosomes, and this is related to sex chromosome. One X will be only one X chromosome will be there in the sex chromosomes, no Y chromosome or no one extra chromosome, one extra X chromosome. Only one X instead of two X or one Y will be present. So due to the presence of X, obviously the organism or embryo will become female. Why it becomes female? Why not male? Due to the presence of X, the embryo will become female. Why not male? Has been discussed in last class. Why not male? Why not male? Because of absence of SRY gene. If you don't have Y chromosome, automatically by default the organism will become female. The embryo will become female, develop into female. So as you have only one X instead of two X, the abnormal growth of these embryos will occur. Many times, in 96 to 98% of cases, such embryos will not survive up to birth. So they will die off in the womb of mother. They will not survive. If they survive also, there is very less chance of survival. But still, if they survive, they are not going to have a proper growth. No menstruation, no female like development occurs in uh, such child. Okay, due to the absence of one X chromosome, all these things will be occurring. It is again an example of numerical abnormality, is it not? One more is Klinefelter's syndrome. This is also an example of numerical abnormality, and these cases will occur 1 in 1100 births. So instead of having a 46 chromosome, one extra chromosome will be added. That extra chromosome is X or Y, we don't know. We don't know X or Y, but instead of having XX or XY, we have a combination of X and Y. So obviously, due to the presence of Y, the organism develops into male, and the 23rd trisomy results from non-disjunction of 23rd chromosome. If no separation of 23rd chromosome occurs during gamete formation, it will lead to the formation of Klinefelter's syndrome. As these organisms will develop into male, scarce beard, longer fingers and arms. Usually these males will be sterile, will be having delicate skin, low mental ability, and of course they will have normal lifespan, but mentally they will be um, retarded. Such organisms are produced by the combination of XXY, and this syndrome is called as Klinefelter's syndrome. Cry-do-cat syndrome is one more example which tells you about not numerical, it is the structural abnormality. What structural abnormality can you see here? Can you see here? One chromosome is longer and one chromosome is shorter. That means deletion has occurred. The small portion from one chromosome of a fifth pair has been deleted. So this occurs, such cases will appear 1 in 1,16,000. The chances or probability of having such cases is very less, but still they occur in nature. And obviously we'll have 46 chromosomes, but the fifth pair will have one chromosome in which a small fragment or small arm of the chromosome has been deleted forever. Due to deletion of this small arm of fifth chromosomal pair, the person who is having this deformity will, when they try to speak, the voice will uh, appear like the cat is crying. That's why the name given cry-do-cat syndrome. When the cat cries, in that way the voice will appear in such persons. That's why the name given to this syndrome is cry-do-cat syndrome, because probably for the development of larynx we need a gene, and that gene is located on the fifth pair of chromosomes. If you delete that gene, if you delete that portion, no proper development of larynx will appear, and due to the improper development of larynx, when the person tries to speak, it gives a voice of crying cat. That's why the term cry-do-cat syndrome. Then usually to identify these persons, we have to recognize their face. Usually they will have moon-shaped face, moon-shaped. Then probably they will face heart diseases, they will be mentally retarded, and obviously normal lifespan they lead. Okay.